How we all doing? I tell you what, it wouldn't be an intro to a Universal quiz without the epic Universal theme. Good evening, everybody. I tell you what, I'm looking a bit brown, aren't I? I've only just realised. I'm a bit tanned. How are we all doing? Welcome to our Universal theme park quiz. And yeah, starting off there with the wonderful remixed introduction theme there. And you might be thinking, hang on a minute, why have I got loads of balloons up behind me with 100 written on them? Well, the answer to that question is we are celebrating this weekend a very, very special milestone for the channel that we hit just a couple of days ago. That is 100 million YouTube views. So I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to all of you out there. 100 million YouTube views. The first video on the channel was uploaded in January 2012, and I never thought that we'd ever reached a million views, never mind 100 million views. So that's why all the balloons are up. This is a Universal quiz, but tomorrow here on the channel, there's going to be a video dedicated to the history of theme park worldwide, and yeah, where the channel's come. Some of my favourite memories since 2012, some of the best trips that I've been on, and so much more, and also some of them funny, classic, cringeworthy, whatever you want to call them, theme park worldwide moments as well. So once again, before we start tonight's quiz, thank you so much to each and every one of you for 100 million YouTube views. That's why the bunting's up, that's why the balloons are up, and yeah, like I say, I've got a video coming out tomorrow that's going to be all about the channel's history, where we've got to where we are today, and yeah, it's all thanks to all of you out there. And also a big thank you to everyone who's ever appeared on a YouTube video on Theme Park Worldwide. I really appreciate it. Talking of people I really appreciate, in the comments tonight we've got my wonderful girlfriend Charlotte, Alex the Milkman is here, Krista's here, and also Harry Turnstiles is here as well. So yeah, we've got loads of it in tonight in the comments. So shall we get started? Also big shout out to Stitch, thank you very much for your support. Stitch Crazy J, also known as Jenny, massive fan of the channel. She has been for a long time, but still can't believe it. It's crazy, like 100 million views. Can't believe it. Anyway, get your pens and papers ready. We've got 35 different questions about Universal parks and resorts to come tonight. There's over 700 of you playing tonight. Best of luck. All you need is a way to write down your answers. They're going to be multiple choice, A, B, C or D. You can either write down the answer or you can write down the letter if you want to. It all depends. I will be reading them out, both of them. I will be reading out the answer and the letter as well. So yeah, anyway, without further ado, let's get started. So, good evening, welcome to the Universal quiz. We've got 35 questions to come, and we've got a wonderful piece of music in the background tonight. It's the Islands of Adventure 1999 music, like from when the park opened, all that wonderful music that plays throughout the park, and some of this can still be heard actually at Universal. So, right, let's get started then. So, we'll move on. There's going to be no rounds in this quiz. It's going to be similar to some of the others that I've done. We're just going to go straight through the questions, and then I'll reveal the answers shortly after. Oh, I like this bit of music, bit of a dance. I look tanned, don't I? I have been out in the sun a bit the past couple of days, but there you go. Right, let's go. Question number 1. In what year did Universal Studios Hollywood first open as a theme park? Was it A, 1935? Was it B, 1964? Was it C, 1983? Or was it D, 1990? As always, I will read out all of the questions and the answers twice. So in what year did Universal Studios Hollywood first open as a theme park? Was it A, 1935, B, 1964, C, 1983, or was it D, 1990? Okay, that's question 1. And we've got some Universal fans in tonight. Any people who live out there by a Universal park, let me know in the video comments. And also hashtag TPW Live across on our social media, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. I'd love to see all of your photos from tonight of your quiz sheets, and how are you celebrating this amazing milestone of 100 million views? Like, I still can't believe it, crazy. Right, question number 2. E.T. Adventure is a classic dark ride that still stands to this day at Universal Studios Florida. But how many versions of the ride did there used to be across the world? Was it A1, B2, C3 or D4? E.T. Adventure is a classic dark ride that still stands to this day at Universal Studios Florida. but how many versions of the ride did there used to be across the world? Okay, moving on to question number 3. Flying Dinosaur at Universal Studios Japan is what type of roller coaster? Is it A, a launch coaster? Is it B, a flying coaster? Is it C, an inverted roller coaster? Or is it D, a wing coaster? Nice easy one that, isn't it? Come on. Number 3, Flying Dinosaur at Universal Studios Japan is what type of roller coaster? A launch coaster, B, a flying coaster, C, an inverted coaster, or D, a wing coaster? No matter what, that's a lot of coasters, isn't it? A lot of coasters. I'm going to be saying the words coaster and Universal a lot tonight, to tell you what. But there you go, that was question number 3. I love this bit of music. Do a little bit of dancing for it. Right, let's move on to question number 4. Universal Studios Singapore is home to an attraction that features one inverted track and one sit-down track. But what is the ride called? Is it A, Battlestar Galactica? Is it B, Enchanted Airways? Is it C, Dueling Devils? Or is it D, Galactic Mission? Universal Studios Singapore is home to an attraction that features one inverted track and one sit-down track. But what is it called? Is it Battlestar Galactica, which is A? Is it B, Enchanted Airways? Is it C, Dueling Devils? Or is it D, Galactic Mission? There you go. Oh, I love this bit of music. That was perfect timing. Love this piece of music now. It's like the entrance music, like to Islands of Adventure. Right, let's move on to question number 5. How tall is the lighthouse at the entrance to Islands of Adventure? What a coincidence. Is it A, 100 foot? Is it B, 110 foot? Is it C, 120 foot? Or is it D, 130 foot? Or feet, however you want to say it. If you want to transfer that into meters, I'll give you a bit of extra time to anybody who uses meters instead of feet. But yeah, I'll say that one once again. Feel free to open another tab on your window, of course, and have a little look to see if what it is in meters. But how tall is the lighthouse at the entrance to Universal Islands of Adventure? Is it A, 100 feet, B, 110 feet, C, 120 feet, or D, 130 feet? There you go. Right, we've got a good mix of questions tonight from all the Universal parks around the world. On to number 6. Which attraction was removed in Universal Studios Florida to make way for a Diagon Alley expansion? Was it A, Back to the Future the ride? Was it B, Confrontation? Was it C, Jaws the ride? Or was it D, Disaster? So question 6, which attraction was removed in Universal Studios Florida to make way for Diagon Alley, that big expansion to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter? Was it A, Back to the Future, B, Confrontation, C, Jaws the ride, or D, Disaster? There you go. Looking at all the comments down there tonight, big shout outs to everybody who's watching, especially if you're living near a Universal park. I'd love to know, what is your local Universal park? Comment down below. Okay, let's move on to the next question, which is number 7. Dueling Dragons was one of the most loved Universal attractions. However, how many inversions did each one of the roller coasters have? So was it A5, was it B6, C7, or D8? Dueling Dragons was one of the most loved Universal attractions, but how many inversions did each one of the roller coasters have? Was it A5, B6, C7, or D8? Great ride that was, missed by a lot of people. For anybody who's just tuned in and you might be wondering, why have I got all the balloons up? Is it my 100th birthday? No, it's not. We've reached an amazing milestone of 100 million YouTube views, and we hit that a couple of days ago. So thank you to each and every one of you who watches. But yeah, just in case you're wondering why we've got all balloons up around there with TPW1 and 100s and stuff. And there's a special video coming tomorrow on our YouTube channel all about the history of the channel and some of my favourite moments. So it's well worth a watch, coming tomorrow, that one. On to question number 8. Where are Universal currently building a new theme park resort? Is it A, Shanghai? Is it B, Beijing? Is it C, Dubai? Or is it D, Madrid? So question 8, once again for you all. Where are Universal currently building a new theme park? Is it A, Shanghai, B, Beijing, C, Dubai, or D, Madrid? There you go. Someone's just put Stoke. It's not in Stoke. Yeah. I wish it was in Stoke because I'd be able to go there nice and locally. But yeah, it's not Stoke. It's one of those answers there. That made me laugh. I like that comment. Whoever put that one, I like that. On to question number 9. Hollywood Dream, the ride, is located at which Universal Park? Is it A, Universal Studios Singapore? Is it B, Universal Islands of Adventure? Is it C, Universal Studios Hollywood? Or D, Universal Studios Japan? I told you I was going to be saying Universal a lot tonight, but yeah, I've just got it. It's a Universal quiz. That's kind of how it's going to go. But once again, Hollywood Dream the Ride is located at which Universal Park? Is it Universal Studios Singapore, Universal Islands of Adventure, Universal Studios Hollywood, or Universal Studios Japan? There you go. Right, let's keep moving on to question number 10. Okay, how many scare zones were at Universal Orlando's Halloween Horror Nights in 2019? Is it A, 5? Is it B, 6? Is it C, 7? Or is it D, 8? How many scare zones were at Universal Orlando's Halloween Horror Nights in 2019? Was it A, 5, B, 6, C, 7, or D, 8? There you go. That's scare zones, not scare mazes as well. Scare zones. So obviously scare mazes, haunted houses as you like to call them in America. We normally call them scare mazes in the UK. But yeah, how many scare zones? Like not actual mazes, zones. So there we go. Right, on to question number 11. Okay, this is a funny one now. I would have enjoyed this interview a lot more if I had gotten my cup of coffee, is a quote from which Universal ride? So I'll say that once again, a bit more like you get it on the ride. So, I would have enjoyed this interview a lot more if I had gotten my cup of coffee, is a quote from which Universal ride? Is it A, Transformers the ride? Is it B, Men in Black Alien Attack? Is it C, Revenge of the Mummy the ride? Or is it D, The Simpsons ride? Okay, there we go. Harry says it's an incredible attraction, but do you want that quote one more time? I would have enjoyed this interview a lot more if I had gotten my cup of coffee. But I tell you what, I won't have a cup of coffee because I got some orange in a Disney glass. I tell you what, I've got to cover up like Mickey's head tonight because, like, you know, the bit rivals, aren't they, Universal and Disney? So we'll just cover Mickey's head as I have a drink. Love all this music from Islands of Adventure. One of my favourite soundtracks, actually. Really, really like it. Right, Alex said it's a classic ride. Well, there you go, it sure is. I would have enjoyed this a lot more if I'd gotten my cup of coffee. On to question number 12. The Hogwarts Express uses 2 trains that transport riders along an elevated cable railway. But how many riders can experience the attraction at one time? Is it A, 86 guests? Is it B, 336 guests? Is it C, 636 guests? Or D, 996 guests? So there we go. Once again, question 12. The Hogwarts Express uses 2 trains that transport riders along an elevated cable railway. But how many riders can experience the attraction at one time? Is it 86 people, 336 people, 636 people, or 996 people? So there we go. It's a good fun one for you to try and work out that one. Big shout out to Roy Scott. Congratulations on the 100 million views. Thank you very, very much, Roy. I really appreciate your support and thank you very much for your super chat on this fine Friday evening. Right, let's carry on with the quiz. On to question number 13 now. Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket features onboard audio that can be selected by the rider in each seat. How many different songs are available on the standard track list? Is it A, 30? Is it B, 40? Is it C, 50? Or is it D, 60? Once again, Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket features onboard audio that can be selected by the rider in each seat. But how many different songs are there available to pick in the standard, that's the key word here, standard track list? Is it A, 30, B, 40, C, 50, or D, 60? The standard list, Harry, the standard list. No bonus menus, no bonuses tonight, just standard menus. So, right, here we go. Let's move on to question number 14 of the big Universal quiz. What colour is the volcano on the logo for Universal Volcano Bay? Is it A, blue? Is it B, orange? Is it C, green? Or is it D, brown? What colour is the volcano on the logo for Universal's Volcano Bay? Is it A, blue, B, orange, C, green, or D, brown? There you go. And no searching on Google for that one. No cheating. that's the thing, I trust you guys with this. You know, I put a lot of trust into you. So if you're all sitting there, whether you're watching on a laptop, your phone, a big TV up with all the family, first of all, take a selfie and send it to us. Use the hashtags TPW Live. But also, make sure that nobody in your party is cheating. We don't like any cheaters here at Theme Park Worldwide. Do things honestly, you know, make it nice and fair for anybody who's playing. But that was question number 14. We're now moving on to question number 15. What is Sapphire Falls? Nice and easy. Is it a rapids ride? So that's answer number A. Is it B, a resort hotel? Is it C, a spa? Or is it D, a water slide? Question 15. What is Sapphire Falls? Is it A, a rapids ride? Is it B, a resort hotel? Is it C, a spa? Or is it D, a water slide? Look forward to seeing what answers you've got for this one, especially with the Universal quiz, because, you know, a lot of these quizzes what I've put together, I would have known the answers to, but with Universal, I enjoy their parks. However, I don't know loads and loads of die-hard stuff about Universal like I do Disney or other parks. So, you know, even I wouldn't have scored very highly, I don't think, in this. So, I'd love, honestly, if you could use the hashtag TPW Live on Twitter, Instagram, I'd love to see what you've put for answers and stuff on this one, because, yeah, I just find it really, really interesting. And more than any of the other quizzes I've done, actually. So, right, here we go. Let's see what we've got for question number 16 tonight. So, at which park can Jurassic World the ride be found at? Is it A, Universal Studios Hollywood? Is it B, Universal Studios Florida? Is it C, Universal Studios Japan? Or is it D, Universal Studios Singapore? Blimey, I'm going to be sick of saying Universal by the end of this quiz. But there you go, that was question 16. At which park can Jurassic World the ride be found at? Universal Studios Hollywood, Universal Studios Florida, Universal Studios Japan, or Singapore? There you go. I'm not even saying Universal Studios that time. We've got some more super chats coming in tonight, so really appreciate it. Big shout out to Stephanie and sister Becky as well, who are biggest fans of the channel. So thank you very, very much for your support. Really appreciate it. And also, this is a funny one from Jenny. How's the glasses tan line, Sean? Do you want me to show you? You know, why not? Like, you know, we all need a laugh during these times. Are you ready to see the glasses tan line? There you go. Can you see it down the side? Yeah, it's bad. Like, honestly, it is bad. But right, let's move on to the next question in our Universal quiz tonight. God, that's a bad tan. Question number 17 now. What year did Toothsome Chocolate Emporium at Universal Orlando's City Walk first open to guests? Was it A, 2015, B, 2016, C, 2017, or D, 2018? Question 17. What year did Toothsome Chocolate Emporium at Universal Orlando's City Walk first open to guests? 2015, 2016, 2017, or 2018? Okay. Another wonderful super chat coming in from Charlie tonight, saying congratulations. So thank you very much for the donation and the big milestone. Really, really appreciate it. And you brought some of the merchandise as well to celebrate. Honestly, Charlie, thank you so, so much. And I really appreciate each and every one of you that watches the channel. I really, really do. And thank you for being very kind and purchasing some merchandise for the channel and your donation tonight as well. I really, really appreciate it. All money goes straight back into the channel, the running costs. And of course, as soon as we can get back out there to the theme parks, we'll be straight back out there filming more content than we've ever done before. With what's gone on, it's kind of gave me the urge to just think, you know, I want to do more. I want to see more stuff. You know, I want to go to more theme parks around the world. You know, definitely. You only live once. You've got to make the most of it. So yeah, we're just going on to question number 18 now with this one. What was the name of the first ever haunted house at Universal Studios Florida Halloween Horror Nights in 1991? So was it A, Bates Motel Madness? Was it B, The Boneyard? Was it C, The Dungeon of Terror? Or was it D, Tales from the Crypt? So what was the name of the first ever haunted house at Universal Studios Florida's Halloween Horror Nights in 1991? Was it Bates Motel Madness? Was it The Boneyard? Was it The Dungeon of Terror? Or was it Tales from the Crypt? No cheating there in the comments, no cheating. Okay, let's move on to question number 19. What is the height of the final drop on Dudley Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls? Is it A, 45 feet, B, 55 feet, C, 65 feet, or D, 75 feet? Question 19. What is the height of the final drop on Dudley Do Right's Ripsaw Falls? 45 feet, 55 feet, 65 feet, or 75 feet? Ripsaw Falls, Charlotte's like, no! Honestly, if you've not seen the vlog, make sure you check it out. Like, it was hilarious. It's a shame we couldn't film on the ride, but Charlotte's reaction when we came off, she was dripping wet through. She was sat there and all this water just came over. I've never seen a reaction like it, honestly. It makes me laugh so much. And it's one of the memories that I'm going to be sharing in tomorrow's special video that's coming up on Theme Park Worldwide, celebrating 100 million views. Charlotte says she nearly drowned. Well, I don't think it was quite that drastic, but yeah, I find it really funny. If we go back, I'm taking her on it. You've got to ride it again, Charlotte. Okay, let's move on to question 20. Across every operating Universal theme park in the world, how many Bolliger and Mabillard roller coasters are there? Is it A, 3, B, 4, C, 5, or D, 6? So, once again with that one, across every operating Universal theme park in the world, how many B&M roller coasters are there? B&M is a manufacturer of roller coasters. They've built various different rides across the world, but they've also built some at Universal. But how many? Is the 3, 4, 5, or 6 across all the operating B&M coasters at Universal parks? Okay, question number 21 now. Love the soundtrack here. Honestly, this is a beautiful track. It's one of my favourite ever theme park tracks, all from Islands of Adventure, this one. Brilliant, it really is. So question 21, what is the name of the themed area that guests first walk into when entering into the main entrance of Islands of Adventure? Is it A, Port Discovery? Is it B, Adventure Point? Is it C, Paradise Bay? Or is it D, Port of Entry? So once again, what is the name of the themed area that guests first walk into if they're entering into the main entrance of Islands of Adventure? Is it Port Discovery, Adventure Point, Paradise Bay, or Port of Entry? Okay, that was question 21. For anybody just joining us tonight, hello and welcome. Happy Friday to you all. It's a special live stream, not just because we're doing a Universal quiz, but it's also, we're celebrating 100 million views on YouTube. There's a special video coming tomorrow all about it, and that's why we've got balloons all the way up around here, celebrating at Theme Park Worldwide headquarters. So yeah, let's carry on for some more, shall we? Let's go on to question number 22. Waterworld is a stunt show located at various Universal theme parks, but what type of transportation comes crashing towards the audience near the end of the show? Is it A, a train? Is it B, a lorry? Is it C, a seaplane? Or is it D, a hovercraft? So Waterworld is an epic stunt show at various Universal parks, but what transportation comes crashing down towards the audience near the end of the show? Is it A, a train, B, a lorry, C, a seaplane, or D, a hovercraft? I tell you what, it's an absolutely awesome show. If you've never seen it, it's absolutely epic. It really is. Beautiful show. It's not in Florida, unfortunately, but it's at some of the other Universal parks. I think it's going to be at Beijing as well, actually, from what I'm hearing. Also, big shout out to Lee and Joe Martin who are watching tonight. Thank you very much for your support. Really appreciate it. Especially, you know, with this big milestone that we've just hit. It's making me emotional. You'll see in the video that's coming out tomorrow. You know, it's really emotional. Alex says there's too many uses of the word epic tonight. Well, there you go. There might be some more coming up yet as we move on with the questions. So, question 23. Another one of these, what is it? Like, where is it? Sorry. It is a, what is Tapu Tapu? So I want to know exactly, what is Tapu Tapu? Is it A, a wristband used for virtual queues? Is it B, a park mascot? Is it C, a children's flat ride? Or is it D, a themed cocktail in City Walk? Okay, I just realised something as well. I've just given away the answer to one of the earlier questions. I'm just reading the comments like, yeah, I just gave away an answer, but there you go. Maybe you didn't work. If you didn't work it out, carry on as normal. Question 23 once again. What is Tapu Tapu? Is it A, a wristband used for virtual queues? Is it B, a park mascot? Is it C, a children's flat ride? Or is it D, a themed cocktail in City Walk? There we go. Right, let's move on to the next question. I'll try not to give the answers away too anymore. Getting a bit excited there. Question 24. How many riders can fit inside one vehicle on the amazing adventures of Spider-Man at Islands of Adventure? Is it A, 8? Is it B, 12? Is it C, 16? Or is it D, 20? So how many riders can fit in one ride vehicle on the amazing adventures of Spider-Man? Beautiful dark ride, fantastic. It's quite high throughput, but how many people can fit on each ride vehicle on that? Beautiful ride. Let me know. I want to know something actually. This is something that me and Alex were trying to settle in Florida. Which is better, Transformers or Spider-Man? Comment down below. Let me know, Transformers or Spider-Man. I'm not on about the IP. I'm not on about the movies and stuff or the characters. In terms of the actual ride system itself, Harry's straight in there, 100% Transformers. I think I'm Transformers, but I'd like to know what you think. Oh, we've got Spider-Man. Luke says Spider-Man. Oh, look, oh, loads of Spider-Mans coming in. Another Spider-Man, Transformers. Charlotte, Spider-Man. Harry, Transformers. Spider-Man. Okay, it looks like Spider-Man's winning. Well, there you go. But that's the thing, everyone's got their own opinions on things. But keep coming in, I'm really interested. There's certainly more Spider-Mans than there is Transformers. The Spider-Mans just keep coming in. I love it. Well, I hope he's not coming in. Like, it's just, like putting a big web behind me or something. But yeah, let's move on from that one. I love it. Moving on to the question number 25. In 2019, Universal announced that they'll be building a fourth park in Florida. But what will it be called? A, Marvelous Universe. B, Wonderful World. C, Fantastic Worlds. Or D, Epic Universe. So in 2019, Universal announced they'll be building a fourth park in Florida. But what will it be called? A, Marvelous Universe. B, Wonderful World. C, Fantastic Worlds. Or D, Epic Universe. Okay, on to number 26 now. Backdraft is a fire effects show that still operates at which Universal park? Is it A, Universal Studios Japan? Is it B, Universal Studios Hollywood? Is it C, Universal Studios Florida? Or is it D, Universal Studios Singapore? So Backdraft is a fire effects show that still operates at which park? Japan, Hollywood, Florida, or Singapore? Okay, well, I'm loving all this music tonight. Honestly, I've mentioned it quite a few times, but this music from Islands of Adventure is really special to me. I first visited Florida in 2014, and I was so grateful to just finally get there after all these years of wanting to go, honestly. But yeah, just to go there and see it all, and hearing this music in person after listening to it on YouTube and stuff for years was crazy. It really was. Loads of support coming in tonight. Honestly, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Stephen has said that I'm doing an awesome job. Oh, thank you very much. And here we go, 10 in a row. There you go. Here we go, 10 in a row. Oh, questions is that? I'm not too sure. But there we go. Thank you very much for your support. I really, really appreciate it. There we go. And on to Paul as well, who said... Oh, he's just said 10 euros he's donated. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Wherever you're from, let us know in the video comments. I would love to know. Hopefully we're back over in Europe soon to come and do some more theme parks. I really, really hope so. Right, let's move on to question number 27 now. What is the final creature you see before heading into the offload platform of Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure? Is it A, a Cornish pixie? Is it B, a unicorn? Is it C, a dragon? Or is it D, a snake? So question 27, what is the final creature you see before heading into the offload platform of Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure? Is it a Cornish pixie, a unicorn, a dragon, or a snake? Now with Hagrid, it's a ride that I very much enjoyed when we went. However, I thought it was a little bit overrated. Don't get me wrong, I think they've done a fantastic job with it, but you know, I went there with an open mind and there were still some bits that I wish they could have done better. However, I do feel like when all the trees and landscaping grows so much, then I think, you know, it'll be even better. Charlotte's quite funny. She says, I didn't even notice this one at the end. I didn't at first. I didn't notice it was there. And that's what made me think when I was putting this quiz together the other night, I'm going to have to put this one in. So it's a bit of a funny one. So Harry says there's a better Harry Potter attraction in the area. Well, there is indeed. I think we all know the name of that, Forbidden Journey. Beautiful. Hopefully I've not given away any more answers to any questions there. You know what I'm like. Right, let's move on to question number 28. What is the name of the fountain located within the Lost Continent at Islands of Adventure? Is it A, the Mystery Fountain? Is it B, the Majestic Fountain? Is it C, the Magnificent Fountain? Or is it D, the Mystic Fountain? Some confusing ones there. What is the name of the fountain located within the Lost Continent at Islands of Adventure? Is it the Mystery Fountain, the Majestic Fountain, the Magnificent Fountain, or the Mystic Fountain? A, B, C or D? All vote now. It's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, isn't it? Love it. On to question number 29. Sesame Street Spaghetti Space Chase at Universal Studios Singapore is what type of experience? Is it A, a roller coaster? Is it B, a water ride? Is it C, a dark ride? Or is it D, a restaurant? Sesame Street Spaghetti Space Chase, that's a mouthful, Universal Studios Singapore is what type of experience? Is it a roller coaster, a water ride, a dark ride, or a restaurant? So I'll let you catch up for a minute just before we move on to question number 30. Loads of support coming in tonight. We've got Taylor over in the States. As someone who works for the company, we can't wait to have you all back, all of you. Trust me, we wish you just as much as you miss us. Stay safe. Thank you very much, Taylor. I just want to say best of luck with the opening, of course. I'm not sure which Universal part you work at or which part of the company, but best of luck with your opening coming up in June. I'm really looking forward to seeing all the updates from then, hopefully coming again at some point in the future. So thank you very much, Taylor. Stay safe, and I hope that the opening of Universal Parks is very, very successful for you all. Right, another shout out that we've got is from Daniel. Well done on the achievement, Sean. A bit for the hot dog kitty. Thanks very much, Daniel. Unfortunately, I can't go and buy a hot dog at a theme park at the moment, but hopefully it won't be too long until I can do it at some point in the future. But once again, thank you very, very much for all of your support, Daniel. Really, really appreciate it. I love this. This is like the Jurassic Park Calypso mix from Islands of Adventure. Turn this one up a little bit. I quite like this one. Makes me want to get like some maracas and start shaking them about, you know, bit of a nice calypso mix. But here we go, let's move on to question 30. Na, 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 na. Right, I'll stop now, I promise. Which park closed the final Back to the Future attraction in 2016? Was it A, Universal Studios Singapore? Was it B, Universal Studios Florida? Was it C, Universal Studios Japan? Or was it D, Universal Studios Hollywood? So question 30, which park closed the final Back to the Future attraction back in 2016? Was it Singapore, Florida, Japan, or Hollywood? There we go, loving the Calypso mix tonight. Great, probably my favourite track from IOA. Really enjoy this one. Question number 31. What was the estimated construction cost of Universal's Volcano Bay? Was it A, $200 million? Was it B, $400 million? Was it C, $600 million? Or was it D, $800 million? So what was the estimated construction cost of Universal's Volcano Bay? Was it 200 million, 400 million, 600 million, or 800 million? No matter which one of those it was a lot of money, wasn't it? But I tell you what, it's a beautiful water park. It's really nicely put together. I really feel like it's another one of those that will be even better as the trees start to grow over time. I really feel like it's one of them parks that will just keep getting better, to be honest. Big shout out to Paul, who said, thank you so much for keeping me entertained. See you on a theme park soon. I really hope so, Paul. Parks are starting to open now, and as soon as we can go to some, I will be straight there. I really will. And following, of course, all the rules and regulations in place, but I'll be straight out there at the parks. And I've done a few videos now showing my thoughts on the openings and that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the day that we can be back on some rides, hopefully not too far away. So thank you very much, Paul. Really appreciate your support. Okay, only a few more questions left with tonight's quiz, then we'll have a little break, and then I'll go through all of the answers for you. Question 32. Funny that this music's on, isn't it? Jurassic Park Rapids Adventure opened at Universal Studios Singapore in which year? Was it A, 2010? Was it B, 2011? Was it C, 2012? Or was it D, 2013? Jurassic Park Rapids Adventure opened at Universal Studios Singapore in which year? Was it A, 2010, B, 2011, C, 2012, or D, 2013? On to question number 33. Revenge of the Mummy the Ride was manufactured by which company? Was it A, Intermin? Was it B, Premier Rides? Was it C, Mack Rides? Or was it D, Zamperla? Question 33 once again for you all. Revenge of the Mummy the Ride was manufactured by which company? Was it A, Intermin, B, Premier Rides, C, Mack Rides, or D, Zamperla? Gonna have another drink out of my Universal glass. I know there's Universal team members watching, so I apologise, but I have got a Disney glass. That's a bit of music, isn't it? Yeah, I do apologise. I haven't got a Universal glass. I've got Universal mugs, but I don't drink out of the mugs. They're for display purposes only. So yeah, I've had to resort to a Disneyland Paris glass again tonight. But there we go. Right, let's move on to the final couple of questions, shall we? It's another one of these quotes for you now. So we had the quote earlier on. I've got another one for you now. So question 34 is this quote. Let's head back to base. You can ride with evac anytime. So that's a quote from which attraction? Is it A, Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts? Is it B, Revenge of the Mummy? Is it C, The Hulk? Or is it D, Transformers the Ride 3D? Harry says, what a quote. It is a quote. Like, it's a brilliant quote. But do you want it one more time? I'll try and do it more in the voice, shall I now? So you've got the epic music building up. It's like, let's head back to base. You can ride with evac anytime. And then you pull in and everybody's clapping. You know, that's like the signature Universal attraction. But if you've never been before, when you come off an attraction, you just gotta clap. You know, that's what it's all about at Universal. I was hoping to do a question on clapping, but unfortunately, I couldn't think of one of those. But I was gonna do like, which attraction do you not clap like when you come off? You know, which one of the team members not clapping? But I thought they do it on all of them, don't they? You know. A few people saying well done. Thank you so much for all of your support. If you've just tuned in, all the balloons and flags and everything, we're celebrating a huge milestone of 100 million views on Theme Park Worldwide. Ever since the first video was uploaded back in January 2012. Still can't believe it. Like, honestly, so much. Honestly, it's amazing. Thank you for all of your support. And there's a special video coming tomorrow on the channel. Right, let's move on to the final question. Number 35. Which classic Universal ride gives you an adventure passport to hand into ride staff before boarding onto the main ride vehicle? So is it A, The Simpsons ride? Is it B, E.T. Adventure? Is it C, Jurassic Park the ride? Or D, Poseidon's Fury? So the final question again for you all, number 35. Which classic Universal ride gives you an adventure passport to hand into ride staff before boarding? Is it A, The Simpsons ride? Is it B, E.T. Adventure? Is it C, Jurassic Park the ride? Or is it D, Poseidon's Fury? And there we go. That is the end of your questions for tonight. 35 different questions, all based on Universal parks from around the world. About 2 minutes, I'll start going through. Let's have a little look at the comments tonight. I want to know how you're feeling. How do you think you've done? Was some of them easier than others? Which ones did you find hard? Which ones made you laugh? Is there any of the quotes that made you laugh? Let me know your thoughts, and we'll go through literally a couple of minutes. We'll go through all of the answers for that. Like I say, we're going to go through the actual answer and the letter as well, so you can have put down either on your answer sheet. Someone's saying that it was too easy. Well, you've got to think, there's a lot of people out there that may not have Universal knowledge. So you've got to think, you know, we've got to make it a nice mix of questions. And some people have said that my quizzes get a little bit too hard. So I thought with this one, especially with me not knowing a lot about Universal, I'm not a die-hard Universal fan. I thought I'm not going to have to go too intense with the questions on this one. But Krista says she had no clue on most of them. She needs to get to a Universal park when she can travel again. You do, Krista. I forget you've never been to a Universal park. Has anybody in the comments been to any of them? Any of the Universal parks, or been to all of them? Let me know. Charlotte says she thinks she's done well on this. That's good. Harry Turnstiles reckons that he's got a solid 80% correct. He's definitely got the quote ones correct. Well, with the amount of times you've heard me say it when we've been to Florida, Harry, and laugh about it, I'd be surprised if you didn't, to be honest. But there you go. Honestly, I still can't believe how tanned I look. Like, I'm sitting here tonight. Like, it's not the lighting. Like, I've been out in the sun. Look at these tan lines. Like, it's crazy. I've got glasses, tan lines down the side. Like, I really need to stay out of the sun over the next few days, don't I? Very tan. But anyway, loads of questions coming in. Loads of people. Hashtag Gringotts, John said. Here we go. Love a bit of Gringotts. There we go. We had a bit of a laugh with that, didn't we? I was trying to do a little jump scare to just a few of our friends. And then all of a sudden, I turned round to do a jump scare. I just went Gringotts outside the ride in the locker area. And then there was like another family behind. And they looked at me like, what has he just done? And I felt really embarrassed. These are the things that happen off camera sometimes. Honestly, it was so funny. Big thank you to GPFan118. Thanks for all the great content. Really missing some coasters right now. Come and visit Six Flags Great America from Freddie in Chicago. Hi out there to Chicago. I would love to come to Six Flags Great America and experience it. We're getting there. We're seeing the Six Flags parks, and I really feel like it's a mix of really good ones and some really bad ones. So I'd like to come and visit your local one and see what it's like. I really would. But yeah, we're coming to that point to go through the answers. So yeah, should we go through them? Let's go way back to the start of the quiz, and we're going to go through the answers tonight. So here we go. Swap pens and papers if you want to. Well, you don't have to swap pens, do you? You can swap papers. Swap your papers with people in your household. I know some people are playing on like Zoom and stuff like that. You know, they've got like big groups of you together, so that's amazing. But hundreds and hundreds of you watching. Rachel said, could I give your son Gerald a shout out? So hi out there to Gerald. Thank you very much for watching the channel. Right. Alex says he's going to find out how badly he did. So, I don't know. You might have done well, Alex, the milkman. Let's see. So, question number 1. Love this music. In what year did Universal Studios Hollywood first open as a theme park? It was B, 1964. It had previously been open as a studio tour. Of course, it is an actual production facility. However, it was classed as a theme park from 1964. So that was B for that one. Question 2. E.T. Adventure is a classic dark ride that still stands to this day at Universal Studios Florida. But how many versions of the ride did there used to be across the world? The answer was C. There was 3 versions of it around the world, and unfortunately there's only the one left now, but it was the original. That was the first one to open, so that is still standing at the moment, and let's hope that it continues to do so. I love it. It's a great ride. Question number 3. Flying Dinosaur at Universal Studios Japan is which type of roller coaster? The answer was B, a flying coaster. Yeah, it's a B&M flying coaster. It looks absolutely amazing. I thought we might have seen them go for a B&M flying coaster at Islands of Adventure, actually, especially with them putting in a new coaster based on Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, whatever it's going to be. However, they've gone for, you know, an Intermission coaster, so that's quite interesting. But I thought maybe they might have gone for a flying coaster with that one, but they didn't. But they've got one out there in Japan. 3 out of 3, Jenny said. 2 out of 2 wrong. Oh, well, don't worry about it. It's all good fun. It's all good fun. Question number 4. Universal Studios Singapore is home to an attraction that features 1 inverted track and 1 sit-down track. But what is it called? The answer was A, Battlestar Galactica. Not just Galactica, that's at Alton Towers, but it's Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, it's an interesting ride, manufactured by Vekoma, 2 coasters. I believe it was SPNO for a while. It was having some issues, so standing but not operating. But yeah, it was having some issues, but yeah, it's back operating, or at least it will be after when the park reopens again. But yeah, there you go, Battlestar Galactica. A was the answer to that one. Big shout out to Rosie Wright, who is a very, very big fan. Harry says, not Harry Turnstiles, another Harry, said thought that I'd be wearing a Minions t-shirt. I don't own one. I could have gone for just a yellow t-shirt, I suppose. But question number 5. How tall is the lighthouse at the entrance to Islands of Adventure? It's tall. It's D, 130 feet. There you go, that's the lighthouse that you can see. You walk through City Walk and you got the lighthouse at night. Of course, it's lit up with the lights spinning round. Really nice entrance point. I think Toverland probably looked at that when they built Port Laguna and thought, let's do something similar to that. But there you go. I'm loving this music. We're still on IOA. It's a massive track list for Islands of Adventure. It's like an hour long or something. Crazy. On to number 6. Which attraction was removed in Universal Studios Florida to make way for the Diagon Alley expansion? The answer was C, Jaws the ride that was removed. I never got to experience Jaws. I know quite a few people that did. I would have loved to experience it, but I didn't. But yeah, it was Jaws the ride with that one. So how are we all doing so far? Let me know in the comments. I've got them all scrolling up on a few different screens around here. So look forward to seeing what you've got with the scores. And of course, use the hashtag TPWLive on social media so I can see what you've got with all of your different answers. And I want to see some funny selfies to celebrate this huge milestone of 100 million views on our YouTube channel. On to number 7 now. Dueling Dragons was one of the most loved Universal attractions. However, how many inversions did each one of the roller coasters have? The answer was A, 5 inversions there was on each one of the roller coasters. Question 8. Where are Universal currently building a new theme park? Now, with this one, I did actually give the answer away a little bit later on in the quiz. So some of you may have got this one, but others may not have noticed that I gave it away. But yeah, the answer was B, Beijing. Universal Studios Beijing. It looks amazing. It's got like a hotel at the entrance. They've actually got a clone of the Hulk going into there. So the Hulk from Islands of Adventure's been cloned. But it's actually themed around Transformers instead, and it's got some amazing theming around that launch section. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be really, really good. So I hope to get out there actually to Beijing and see that. It opens next year. Maybe we'll go next year, or maybe we'll go in a couple of years. But I'd love to go and see that. Question number 9. Hollywood Dream the ride is located at which Universal park? It's at Universal Studios Japan, so the answer was D for that one. Now, I'd love to go to Universal Studios Japan. Been to Japan, but we didn't go to Universal. We were really short on time. Our trip focus was the Disney parks. I wish now we had spent the day and gone down there, but it's in Osaka, so we would have had to travel all the way down to the other end of Japan to visit. But I think it would have been worth it. We could have gone on the bullet train, but next time we go, next time I'm in Japan, I will be going down there to Universal 100%. On to number 10. How many scare zones were there at Universal Orlando's Halloween Horror Nights in 2019? So there was actually 5 scare zones, so the answer was A. I know a few people thought there might have been 6 or 7, but no, there was actually only 5 actual scare zones there. There was shows that they had there as well, and of course there was all the different houses, but in terms of actual scare zones, last year there was only 5 scare zones. So well done to anybody who's got that right. Big shout out to Matt, who's watching from over in Australia. Congratulations on 100 million views. Thank you very, very much, Matt. I really, really appreciate your support. And what time is it in Australia? I'd love to know. I want to come to Australia. I really do. I want to see the parks. I want to see the culture. I really do at some point. You know what? I want to go into Australia that much. It's like I knew that you was going to be commenting because I was searching about earlier on and I found this. Like, do you want me to put it on? Here we go. I found this. Like, and I thought, it makes me want to go. It's got Australia on the front, it's got a kangaroo. But he wasn't expecting that. But there you go. Yes, this is just for you. So there we go. Thank you very much to Matt from Australia. This is all just for you. So there we go. But yeah, I'd love to go to Australia at some point in the future. And I'll take this hat with me. Do you want me to do an impression? Here we go. Sorry if I offend you. Good day, mate. Welcome to Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube. That's all you're getting. That's it. I'll keep the hat on though. It's quite nice. Oh, it's going in my mouth. There we go. There we go. Right, let's go. Question number 11. I would have enjoyed this interview a lot more if I had gotten my cup of coffee is a quote from which popular Universal ride? It was C, Revenge of the Mummy, the ride, was the answer to that one. So well done to anybody who got that one right. I would have enjoyed this interview a lot more if I got my cup of coffee. There we go. Right, you're enjoying this. There we go. No flies on you, Sean. There's not. Good day, mate. Got me hat on. Honestly, I will wear this if I do a vlog in Australia. One of these has gone missing. Yeah, I'm one cork short, someone said. Well, yeah, anybody can tell you that, trust me. On to number 12 now. The Hogwarts Express uses 2 trains that transport riders along an elevated cable railway. But how many riders can experience the attraction at one time? The answer is B, 336 guests with that one. So there's actually 168 per train. There's 2 trains and they run like that, like shuttling guests back and forwards. So yeah, it's 336 guests is the correct answer, and that's B with that one. 168 per train. There you go, for anybody who likes the throughputs. This hat, I quite like it. It suits me. I look like I've been in Australia with this tan, don't I, tonight? But there you go, I'll keep it on for a couple more questions. I think it suits me. Shame about this cork. Unless I just spin it, but it's not quite the same then. You haven't got the kangaroo. But I might just have to go out back and see if I can get another cork. Hollywood Ride Rocket features onboard audio that can be selected by the rider in each seat. But how many different songs are available in the standard track list? The answer is A, 30 in the standard track list. There's a secret menu that you can hold for like a certain amount of seconds and go into the secret menu. However, there is only 30 in the standard track list for that one. Question 14. What colour is the volcano on the logo for Universal's Volcano Bay? It was C, green. I know a lot of people thought that it was brown or orange, but no, it is actually green if you look at the logo for Volcano Bay. So well done to anybody who got that one right. Ryan says that was a quick trip to Australia. It was, and I'm back now, so the hat's coming off. But there we go, it's ruined my hair. Well, it was ruined before, wasn't it? But there you go, yeah, nice little Australian hat. I'll wear that when I go to the Outback at some point in the future. Right, what else we got coming in then? In the comments, loads and loads of people tonight. Really, really appreciate it. Big shout out to Nigel Craft. Congratulations on your 100 million views. That deserves a few quid, mate. Thanks for keeping us entertained. I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much, Nigel. And I love the singing videos that you do, by the way. I see them on Twitter. I always have a look at your singing videos. I love them. Right, question 15. What is Sapphire Falls? It was B, a resort hotel. So there we go. It's not a water slide or a spa or a rapids ride. It's B, a resort hotel. And it's a nice one at that, Sapphire Falls. I stayed there a couple of years ago. Beautiful hotel. Really nice. Nigel, thank you, mate. Honestly, I love the singing. Really nice. Really good. If I ever need a songwriting, Nigel, I'll come to you. I really will. On to the next one. Question 16. At which park can Jurassic World the ride be found at? It was A, Universal Studios Hollywood, and I went on it actually back in January and I loved it. I was really impressed, and that was a bit of a controversial decision because some people said, oh, they don't think that it was as good as before. However, I actually think that it was better. I really liked it. Thanks, Jenny. My hair's not too bad. Well, we actually had a go at cutting it. Like, I don't know how to get it out there, but yeah, we have had a go at cutting it. I was thinking of doing it as a video, but then I thought, what if it goes like terribly wrong? But to be honest, we didn't do a bad job, did we? Oh, I love this music. Bit of Popeye. Question 17. What year did Toothsome Chocolate Emporium open at Universal Orlando City Walk? It opened in 2016. So the answer to that one is B. Love this music. Let's have a little bit of a dance for everybody tonight. Love it. On to the next question, and that was number 18. What was the name of the first ever haunted house at Universal Studios Florida's Halloween Horror Nights in 1991? It was the Dungeon of Terror, and that was C, the answer to that one. So well done to anybody that got that one right. Question number 19. What is the height of the finale drop on Dudley Do Right's Rips or Falls? Just for you there, Charlotte. The answer was D, 75 feet. It's a big drop, isn't it? And it's actually got two next to each other. It's got like a little transfer track at the top, and it can divert boats off in different directions. But very nice ride, manufactured by Mack Rides, and it's lovely. And then of course it's got a dual offload, and then it all comes back together for a single station. Really nicely designed ride. It fascinates me, that one. It was one that I was really looking forward to riding when I first went to Florida, and I just thought I didn't enjoy it quite as much because, you know, it needs some TLC, it needs some cleaning and painting up, but I'm happy to say that last year that it was alright. So big shout out to Graham Thompson. He's a big fan of the channel, Jess says, so there you go. On to the next question, and that was number 20. Across every operating Universal theme park in the world, how many B&M roller coasters are there? Surprisingly, there's only 3 operating at the moment. Of course, there's more on the way, but there's only 3 at the moment. So the answer to that was A, 3 B&M coasters across all the Universal parks. Question 21. What is the name of the themed area that guests first walk into if entering from the main entrance of Islands of Adventure? The answer was D, Port of Entry. Really nice entry point into the park. The music, the lighting at night, the atmosphere really makes it for that build-up going into the park. So, yeah, well done to anybody who's got these right so far. Big shout out to Alfie, Sean Marsh, who's a big fan of the channel, Amy Highfield as well. Thank you to all of you for your support, and it's thanks to each and every one of you out there, and of course everyone who appears on the videos, that we've reached this amazing, incredible milestone of 100 million views. I still can't believe it. Like, it's crazy, it really is. On to question number 22. Waterworld is a stunt show located at various Universal theme parks, but what type of transportation comes crashing towards the audience near the end of the show? It's an epic show, and the answer was C. It's a seaplane. And this is brilliant. Like, there's actually a documentary somewhere, I think it's on YouTube. I watched it once, and it's all about the plane and how they managed to launch it off on this like launch platform towards the audience at a safe distance. and it's very, very clever. I really, really like to see that behind the scenes. I'd love to. But yeah, there you go. The answer to that was seaplane. That was C. Getting there with the answers now. Question 23, what is Tapu Tapu? It's not a themed cocktail in City Walk. It's not a children's flat ride. It's definitely not a park mascot, but it is a wristband used for virtual queues. And the answer was A. So well done to anybody who got that one right. What is Tapu Tapu? It's a wristband for virtual queues. Harry Ratcliffe says, the best queue system ever. Brilliant. Edwards Leach says he's my biggest fan. Harry says, which company was that made by? Well, it was made by a company that me and you, Harry, are very familiar with, that certainly are fantastic at what they do. On to the next question. Question number 24. How many riders can fit inside one vehicle on the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man at Universal Islands of Adventure? Oh, that went a bit loud. I tell you what, it's Marvel Superhero Island music as well. I haven't planned that. The answer was B, 12 for that one. 12 riders. High capacity attraction. It eats people. It really gets people through. So well done to anybody who got that one right. On to question 25. In 2019, Universal announced that they'll be building a fourth park in Florida, but what will it be called? It will be Epic Universe. So the answer was D. Now, this is a name that, I'll be honest, I'm not that keen on. However, the concept art for it looks absolutely fantastic. Like, the hotel at the back looks like it's going to be a big fountain show or something like that. That looks like it's going to be really good. So I think it'll be a great park. They have said, because of what's happened with COVID-19, it is going to be delayed. However, I look forward to it whenever it does open at some point in the future. So yeah, the answer to 25 was D, Epic Universe. And it's going to be epic, apparently. That's what Universal are telling me. So I look forward to that. Big shout out to Devon Lloyd. Well done on 100 million views from Devin, Andrew, India and Kerry. Thank you so much for all of your support. I really appreciate it. Also, big shout out to Anthony Lacey. Forceful drop, Tower of Terror or Mystery Castle? Oh, I would say Tower of Terror. Now, Mystery Castle's good, but it depends if you get a misery or a mystery. And you'll know what I mean if you've been on it or watched the vlogs. But yeah, if you get a mystery like it's supposed to be, then it's quite good. But I still think Tower of Terror has the edge for me, both with the theme and the drop sequence with that one. But let's carry on getting through the rest of these answers, shall we? 26, Backdraft is a fire effect show that still operates at which park? It's still at Universal Studios Japan. So the answer is A for that one. So well done to anybody who got that one right. Backdraft, I'd love to go and see it. I've watched videos on YouTube. Looks like it's amazing. I'd love to go and see it. But yeah, Backdraft at Universal Studios Japan was the answer to that one. Fire effect show, looks absolutely stunning. Number 27. What is the final creature that you see before heading into the offload platform of Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure? It's B, a unicorn. Now, as Charlotte said in the comments, I didn't actually notice this unicorn on my first ride on it. I was that I don't know, I felt really confused. That was my first reaction. I was like, there was parts of it I loved, there was parts of it I didn't enjoy, but I came into the break room and I felt a bit like, I'm not too sure, but I completely missed seeing this unicorn at the side. But there is a unicorn. It's an animatronic. It's got a bit of movement to it. But yeah, you know, there's a full POV of it on the channel actually. So check it out and you can see the unicorn in action, along with Hagrid doing what he does best. Unfortunately, you don't get to see Hagrid for that long on Hagrid's Magical Journey. Well, whatever it's called. Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. There you go. Magical Journey. Maybe that's what it should have been called, but the name is long for that ride. There's another video waiting to happen with this. There really is. I'm not going to go into a big debate tonight, as this live stream will go on for about 3 hours. But yeah, we've been going for about an hour now. But yeah, I need to share more thoughts. Do a review on it, I think, separately, because it's an interesting ride. Question 28. What is the name of the fountain located within the Lost Continent at Islands of Adventure? It's D, the Mystic Fountain. So I put quite a few different ones in there that may confuse you. So this was a trickier question. But yeah, it's the Mystic Fountain. When you interact with it, there's a speaker in there with a guy doing the voiceover. And he can activate water effects or sprinkles and all sorts of stuff. It's very, very nicely put together. A classic part of Universal that I hope we don't lose. So yeah, that was D, the Mystic Fountain for that one. Question 29. Sesame Street Spaghetti Space Chase at Universal Studios Singapore is what type of experience? it's a dark ride. So I'd love to see it. It's a ride that really fascinates me at Singapore. It's worth watching a POV of. Not got one on the channel because I've never been, but I'd like to at some point in the future. But yeah, it is a dark ride for that one. I'll say the name of it again because I'm sure some of you are in stitches laughing at me say it. But Sesame Street Spaghetti Space Chase. There you go. What a name for a ride. Like, come on, Universal Creative. That's surely you could have come up with a better name than that. I don't know. But yeah, it's a bit interesting, that one. Big shout out to Nick Shannon. Planning a Europe trip for 2021. As an American, what differences should I expect between the US and European countries? Well, they don't start clapping at the end of a ride. That's the first thing. Something else you'll notice is that we do at some of our parks in Europe, they are very, very heavily themed. Don't get me wrong, America at Universal and Disney, there's some beautiful theming, and at some other parks like Silver Dollar City and Dollywood, but at some of like Six Flags, Cedar Fair parks, theming is a bit more sparse. So I think you'll be really impressed with the theming and the atmosphere. And I'd also think that operations are actually a little bit better at some of the European parks than some of the non-major brand USA parks. So I think you're in for a treat with that one, Nick, when you come over. But yeah, the answer was C, a dark ride for 29. With that one, for anybody who was wondering, it was C, a dark ride. On to number 30. Which park closed the final Back to the Future attraction in 2016? The answer was C, Universal Studios Japan. I would love to have experienced it. I really, really would, but unfortunately it closed. It's now the Simpsons ride. It doesn't interest me as much that. I would have loved to have experienced it how it was originally as Back to the Future. But yeah, it stayed open until 2016 in Japan. So well done to anybody who got that one right. Last 5 questions. What was the estimated cost of Universal's Volcano Bay? This was question 31, sorry. And the answer was C, $600 million on a water park. Fair play to Universal for spending that crazy amount of money on a water park. And honestly, it's beautiful. Like, they've done a really good job. Like I say, when the trees and vegetation grows around it, it'll be even better than what it is now. But I look forward to seeing that in the future. There's a big expansion pad at the back for Volcano Bay, so I'm sure there's stuff going on there. We know we've got Universal team members watching tonight. They've been commenting, so I know you can't say anything about that. However, I look forward to seeing what happens with Volcano Bay in the future. I'm sure a lot of people do, but $600 million was the answer, and that was C. Question 32. Jurassic Park Rapids Adventure opened at Universal Studios Singapore in which year? It was 2010. So the answer was A for that one, 2010. So well done to anybody who got the answer to question 32. Question 33. Revenge of the Mummy, the ride, was manufactured by which company? The answer was B, Premier Rides for this one. Premier Rides built the versions of the Mummy out there around the world. Really good ride, snappy transitions, and of course it's got that wonderful quote in it as well. Yeah, really, really good ride, that one. On to question number 34. Let's head back to base. You can ride with evac anytime. Is a quote from which Universal attraction? It was D. It's Transformers the Ride 3D. So well done to anybody who got that one right. Do you want the quote one more time as we hear it on the ride? So it's like, you're coming in, you can hear the claps in the distance, they're coming in. And then you hear it, it's like, let's head back to base. You can ride with evac anytime. And then the claps come in. But there you go. Fantastic ride. Transformers the ride. Hashtag better than Spider-Man. There you go. In my opinion. And Harry's opinion as well. But there you go. Well done to anybody who got that one right. Sean is Optimus Prime. Confirmed. Well, it's not confirmed, but maybe I could do an Optimus Prime impression at some point. You know, a better one. You never know. Yeah. Just having a drink of orange juice in my definitely not Disney glass in a Universal quiz. Nigel says, no way Spider-Man is better. Everyone's got different opinions, and I enjoy that. I'll always respect people's opinions. Nobody likes the exact same things, and that's what makes being a theme park enthusiast interesting. Like sharing each other's thoughts and opinions. It's great. That's what it's all about. The final question, and then we'll know how many you've got right. So, question 35. Which classic Universal ride gives you an adventure passport to hand into ride staff before boarding? It's a classic and I love it, and sometimes I see some hate for this ride and it makes me a bit sad. I have a little cry on the inside. It's Jurassic Park. No, it's E.T. Adventure, there you go. And that's B. If it was Jurassic Park, that'd be something. Or it could have been Poseidon's Fury, or it could have been The Simpsons. But no, it was definitely E.T. Adventure for that one, and the answer was B. But they're all, you know, I'd say I enjoy them all other than The Simpsons ride. They're all classics. Jurassic Park, I love. Poseidon's Fury, I really enjoy, but E.T. Adventure is just a classic, isn't it? So well done to anybody who got that one right. But let's see all your answers then. We'll do a shout-out session now. So let's get all of your answers coming in, and we'll have some shout-outs. Let's see what people have done. Derek Brown, 25 out of 35. Not too bad at all. One more thing as well, just want to say thank you to everyone who's took part in tonight's quiz. Thank you to everyone who sent super chats, and also as well, just want to say make sure you stay tuned for the final episode of Restoring the Alton Towers Bookworm. That is on the way on Wednesday, but first tomorrow we've got a special video. I'm sure you all know what it's celebrating now, 100 million YouTube views on Theme Park Worldwide. So that's coming up tomorrow afternoon on the channel, and then Wednesday Restoring the Alton Towers Bookworm. But don't forget, there's new videos every single day here on the channel. Follow us on social media, Instagram, Theme Park Worldwide, and also at Sean Sandbrook for my personal account, and Twitter at Theme Park WW, and Facebook as well. Laura got 12. Well done. It's the taking part that counts. That's what it's all about. What else have we got coming in? 18 out of 35. Harry says, on behalf of Tom, James, very little input from me, 25 out of 35. That's good going, that is. Really good going. Big shout out to Tom and James. Love it. A disappointing 14, Ruben says, but had fun playing. It's playing along, that's what it's all about. You know, it's spreading some happiness, spreading some joy. And if you're up for a laugh, tomorrow's video you'll enjoy, because I'll look back on some of the funniest and most cringe-worthy Theme Park Worldwide moments. It's going to be brilliant, so I look forward to sharing that tomorrow. Jess says, thanks for the quiz. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Lewis has got 26 out of 30. Taylor Rose, 20 out of 35. Alex got 29 out of 35. That's not too bad. I haven't seen what Charlotte's got yet. Just comment again, Charlotte, with your score. I want to see that. I don't know if I might have missed it when I was talking just, but let me know, Charlotte. There we go. Harry and I thought my universal knowledge was strong. A great quiz. Thank you very much, Harry Turnstiles. Charlotte got 19. There we go. Luke, 23 out of 35. Charlotte letting the side down. Oh, she's not letting the side down. At the end of the day, you know, she only first went to a Universal Park last year, and I'm sure there's many people watching this who have never even been to a Universal Park, but there's certainly a lot of Universal fans out there, and Universal have said they're going to be reopening. They've got previews for staff, and then they're going in with annual pass holders, and then the 5th of June is when they're going to reopen to the public. So yeah, you know, best of luck with Universal. We know we've had some team members from Universal watching tonight. I'm also good friends with some of the team at Universal Creative as well. We met those at IAPA, so hi out there to all of you guys. Hope you've enjoyed the quiz, and we look forward to catching up again soon and seeing you at a Universal Park. Anna got 13, Poppy got 27, 22 from Mr. Cola Roaster, Toddy 20 out of 35, Carol 27, that's good going, well done. Fiery Dave got 9, don't worry about it, there's going to be some more quizzes I'm sure in the future, and hopefully you'll do better at those ones, but it's all about the taking part that counts. Theme Park Family got 30 out of 35, and the gutted, I don't think you should be gutted, that's a great score, 30 out of 35. That's really good. Oh, someone missed the quiz. Well, don't worry. As always with these, it will go on as a normal video on our YouTube channel within a couple of hours. It normally takes, and it will process as a full normal video on the channel in HD, so you can enjoy that. Still got the wonderful soundtrack tonight going on from Islands of Adventure. 18 Ryan's got. That's not too bad at all. Dan Bro got 15, keep them coming in. Hashtag TBW Live as well. Alex says he loves this track in the background. It's a good track this, isn't it? Here we go. All from Islands of Adventure. Fantastic. But yeah, so I want to know on TBW Live, send us a picture of how you've been writing your scores down, and do like a nice, how you've been celebrating this epic milestone. I'd love to know, and you can keep them coming in over the next few days. I'm always checking the hashtag to see what you guys have been coming up with. Brian the Cat got 21 out of 35. That's good for being a cat. Well done. Simone got 32. Hashtag TBW. What's the next quiz? Well, the answer to that is, I don't have a clue what the next quiz is going to be. However, there will be another quiz at some point in the near future. I don't know what it will be yet, but we'll see. Stitch Crazy J got 23 out of 35, and she's also 23 years old. Well done, that's great. 15 for theme park videos. Amy got 15, Leah got 18, Katie Ann, Blackpool Pleasure Beach quiz, somebody wants to see, that'd be an interesting one. Yeah, another person there, Amber K says, can I do a Blackpool Pleasure Beach quiz? We might look at that, Of course, follow us on social media, and I'll always be posting there first about where we're going to be doing a quiz and what it's going to be on. So, but yeah, we'll be doing another quiz at some point in the future. Terry Louise Martin got 25 out of 35. Jess in capitals says, please do a Merlin Entertainments quiz. We may do at some point, may do one of those. Even though I've done a UK theme parks quiz and I've done a Alton Towers quiz, we could maybe do a Universal one at some point in the future. Kitty says, thank you for getting me through lockdown. Well, honestly, thank you so much for sticking by us. You know, when you're a theme park channel and all the theme parks are closed, you've really got to think out the box and try different things. And I like to think here at Theme Park Worldwide, we've tried our best to do that and try different things. And I'm sure all of you out there are missing seeing them Theme Park Worldwide regulars out there. You know, and I'm missing seeing them and missing having them in the videos as well. So hopefully soon we'll all be able to go out to a theme park. And even though we're following social distancing rules, we'll all be able to visit a theme park and share that experience together. And hopefully we'll be able to see all them back on the channel again soon. With everything going on at the moment, it seems like it's not going to be too far away now until theme parks in the UK may be allowed to reopen. I've done a video all about that on the channel that's well worth checking out. Merlin Entertainment's actually released this week their plan for when they do reopen the parks, what they're going to be doing. And I thought it was a very well put out plan actually what Merlin have done. A 9-page document all about it. That video went on yesterday. Yeah, so make sure you check that one out. It took me a minute to think then. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was. Big shout out to I Am Weasel79. Congrats on the view, Sean. And a big shout out for Abex. And I can't wait to marry her. Oh, you should pop all the balloons at the end. Well, I would do that, but I've still got some filming to do ready for tomorrow's video, and I need the balloons up. So, yeah, I'm probably going to keep them up for a little while, to be honest. Why not? Like, it brightens it up, you know, during these times, doesn't it? And it's a big milestone. Like, you know, the channel started in 2012, and we've just hit 100 million views. Just saying that, 100 million. Like, it's crazy. Like, what is there, like 60 million people in the UK? So that's like more people than living in the UK, plus another 40 million. Like that's crazy. It's nuts, honestly, it really is. You'd like to see a German theme park quiz? Well, a lot of people have said to me, Sean, when the theme parks reopen, is that going to be the end of live streams and is that going to be the end of quizzes? Not at all. Don't get me wrong, they might be not as frequent because especially initially when parks reopen, but I'll plan on actually doing some live streams at some of the parks as well. That's the plan going forward. Not loads, I want to keep you know, I like editing the vlogs and putting them together, but you know, if there's a special occasion at a theme park, I may look at documenting it as a live stream. Sad how the pink balloon is covering me up, Charlotte says. Oh no, do you want me to move it? It's a sausage shaped one, there we go. Oh, I moved one and they all, yeah, I moved one and they all start moving. It took me like half an hour to set this up, you know, to get it right. But we'll have another few minutes left of the live stream. What are we on? 72 minutes and 51 seconds. I tell you what, time goes quick, doesn't it? We're going to be looking to do some more Q&As going forward as well. So that's something that we'll look at doing. Not just with me, but back with people from Theme Park Worldwide as well. So you're all missing them on the channel. I'm missing seeing them. You know, they're my friends. It's so much more than just YouTube videos. You know, we do a lot of other stuff away from theme parks, and I can't wait to be back in the parks and doing some different things. The Rocking Robbins says, lovely background. Thank you. Yeah, I just thought I'd enhance it for this special celebration of 100 million views. It's crazy. The Bookworm Part 5 is coming on Wednesday, so I hope that you all enjoy that. To anybody who's been waiting for it, what an epic series. It started a month ago, and you know, it's gone down so well. Like, you know, we've done this series, me and my dad, putting the Bookworm and restoring it, and it's gone down really well. A lot of you guys have really enjoyed the production of it. So with a normal vlog that gets uploaded on the channel, you know, not gonna lie, not a lot of editing needs to go into it because I like to keep the vlogs quite raw. You know, I don't like putting loads of music on them and stuff unless it's just to make it a bit more spiced up a bit when you're waiting in airports and stuff. But the sound of a tannoy announcement in an airport isn't the most exciting thing to listen to. But you know, at the theme parks, I like to capture the natural sounds. But with the bookworm videos, putting them all together in the way that we have done with the editing, it took a long time, but it's been worth it. The production value's been fantastic. You know, even if I say so myself, I know you guys have been loving it from the comments. So the plan is to carry on with doing some more stuff of that production style. So that may not necessarily be restoration, but maybe some more history of the parks, documentaries of that sort of style going forward. Definitely, that is the plan. Loads of people coming in with suggestions for quizzes. I'll have a think over the next couple of weeks about what we'll do next quiz-wise. And yeah, I appreciate all of your suggestions as always. Another couple of minutes and we'll wrap up tonight's live stream, the Universal Theme Park Quiz. If anybody's been wondering what the background music is, it's all from the soundtrack from Islands of Adventure at Universal Orlando Resort, and it's easily available on YouTube. You can find the full soundtrack to listen to. It's a really nice soundtrack. I especially love this track, really nice. I'll let you appreciate it for a minute whilst I have some orange in my definitely Universal glass. Gorgeous. Big shout out to James B, who's watching tonight. Sam says thanks, that was great. Thank you for joining in, I really appreciate it. Is Alton Towers worth working for? Honestly, Alton Towers, I had some amazing times working there. As much as I felt like it had come to the end of my time working there when I did leave over 2 years ago now, I had some great times there, met some great people. I definitely recommend it if you've just finished like school and want a job. That's what I did. Maybe you go college or uni and just want a job as well. You know, it's great for that. You meet some really nice people. And I've met friends that will last a lifetime working at Alton Towers. And I wouldn't have met Harry Turnstiles, would I? You know, and me and Harry, I mean, I'll be talking more about this tomorrow in the special video, but me and Harry went out to Dubai. We did New Year's Eve at Epcot, and we've done a few other trips. You know, so you know, you share these memories, and I wouldn't have met him if it wasn't for working at Alton Towers. And likewise, I wouldn't have met so many fans of the channel as well. When I was standing on the turnstile, so many people saw me and came up to me and said hello, had photos and that sort of thing, which was really, really nice. But no, definitely, they're a great company to work for. I recommend it. But for me, I'd just done my time. You know what I mean? I was ready to expand on the channel and try different things. And you know, my love for Alton Towers and the Merlin Parks is back up there now because I enjoy it as a guest again and sharing it with you guys here on the channel. And I think that's a really nice way to wrap up. But tomorrow we're going to carry on the celebration with a special video looking back on Theme Park Worldwide, all the memories from 2012. I'm going through year by year of my favourite memories, some of my favourite trips, some of the funniest, most cringe-worthy Theme Park Worldwide moments are all going to be coming up in this video tomorrow on the channel. So stay tuned for that as we celebrate 100 million YouTube views. Thank you so much to everybody out there. I really, really appreciate it. On that note, enjoy your Friday evening, enjoy the weekend. It's supposed to be some really nice weather coming up this weekend, so enjoy it, make the most of it. But of course, stay following the different rules and restrictions that are in place at the moment. It's for your safety. It really is, but you know, fingers crossed now, we're going to be back in some theme parks soon. I can happily say that I've started to put a few plans into place about potential trips that I will do this year if the theme parks reopen and the borders reopen, that sort of thing. So there is plans starting to go into place now, and when I can share them with you, I look forward to doing that here on the channel. But have a lovely Friday, have a lovely weekend. Thank you so much to everyone who's watched tonight's live stream. I'll be back again soon with another stream. Stay tuned on social media for further details. Well done to anybody who took part in the quiz. Let me know your answers and photos, hashtag TPW Live. And once again, a big thank you to my helpers tonight with the spanners next to the name. Charlotte, my wonderful girlfriend, Harry Turnstiles, Krista, and also Alex as well, who's been there, the milkman, in the comments. So thank you to all of those for helping out tonight. Really appreciate it. Give them a follow on their social medias as well. You can find it searched on Instagram, Twitter, that sort of thing, and give them a follow on their social media channels to see what they're getting up to as well. On that note, have a wonderful Friday evening. See you all very, very soon. Thank you very much for watching another Theme Park Worldwide live stream, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye, guys.